You know, when you look around at the world today, you see the same thing over and over again, the masses striving for something, chasing after success, trying to find meaning and purpose. But let's be honest, most of them fail. That's the truth. You see it everywhere. And what's the difference between those who succeed and those who don't? Why is it that only 2% of people ever truly reach the heights they dream of, while 98% struggle and falter along the way? It's not talent, it's not even intelligence, it's something far deeper, far more profound. It's something that transcends circumstances, culture, and education. And I want to tell you today that this truth doesn't just apply to worldly success, but to every aspect of life. You see, the reason that 2% succeed and 98% don't is because those who succeed have a resolve, a commitment, and a foundation that the others simply lack. They are not driven by fleeting emotions or shallow ambitions. They are driven by something much greater. They have built their lives on a foundation that cannot be moved, something solid, unshakable. Do you understand the gravity of this? The vast majority of people are living their lives as though the world revolves around them. They are driven by what is comfortable, what is easy, what feels good. They are seeking the fleeting pleasures of this world. And yet they wonder why they never achieve anything lasting. They think the path to success is one of ease, comfort, and pleasure, but that's not the reality of it. You think success is about making a few good choices, about being lucky, about having a few doors open for you? No, true success is about discipline. It's about sacrifice. It's about knowing that every moment counts, that every decision matters, and that it's not about your feelings or emotions, but about what is right. And I'm telling you, this isn't easy. It's not comfortable. It's not about feeling good about yourself. It's about doing what needs to be done even when it's hard, when it hurts, when it feels like you can't go on any longer. The 2%, the ones who succeed, are those who understand this. They understand that success comes at a cost. They understand that nothing in this world of any value is given without a price. And what is that price? It's a price of hard work, of endurance, of pushing yourself past your limits. It's the price of doing what others won't do. It's the price of being willing to stand alone, to take the road less traveled, to swim against the current when everyone else is floating downstream. What do I see in the 98% who fail? They lack resolve. They lack endurance. They give up when it gets hard. They quit when they're tested. They chase after the easy, the comfortable, the temporary. They want instant gratification, and they wonder why they never achieve anything of value. They wonder why they can't seem to break through the barriers that stand before them. And yet the answer is right in front of them. It's not about how smart you are. It's not about how much you know. It's about character. It's about perseverance. It's about standing firm in the midst of trials and adversity. Listen, the vevries that every one of us will face obstacles. We will face challenges that seem insurmountable, circumstances that seem impossible to overcome. But what will you do when those times come? Will you bend or will you break? Will you quit or will you press on? This is the difference between those who succeed and those who don't. The 2% are those who look adversity in the face and say, I will not be moved. They say, though the world fall apart around me, though everyone tells me to quit, though the pain is unbearable, I will press on because I know that the reward is worth it. I know that success is not given freely. It is earned through endurance, through sacrifice, through blood, sweat, and tears. They are committed. They have resolved in their hearts that no matter what happens, they will finish what they started. But the 98%, they are like the seed that is scattered on rocky ground. When things get tough, when the winds blow and the rains fall, they wither, they give up. They blame others, they blame their circumstances, they blame the world. But they never look inward and ask themselves the hard questions. They never examine their own hearts and ask why they gave up. They never ask why they didn't press on when it got hard. And that's why they fail. True success doesn't come from talent or opportunity. It doesn't come from luck or connections. It comes from a heart that is steadfast, a heart that says, no matter what, I will keep going. It comes from a heart that is willing to sacrifice comfort for greatness. It comes from a mind that is focused on the long-term goal, not the immediate gratification. The 2% have learned this. They've learned that nothing of value in life comes easily. It is not handed to you. You have to work for it. You have to fight for it. And when the world tells you to quit, you press on even harder. Now, let me tell you something even more profound. The reason the 2% succeed and the 98% don't isn't just because they are willing to work harder. It's not just because they endure longer. It's because they understand what is truly at stake. They understand that success is not about material gain, it's not about wealth, fame, or power. Success is about living a life that counts. It's about knowing that what you do today has eternal implications. They understand that the choices they make, the paths they take, will echo far beyond their own lifetime. And this is the truth that the 98% fail to see. They are consumed with the temporary. They are consumed with the now. They think that success is about building their empire, about gathering riches, about securing comfort for themselves. But the 2% understand something far greater. They understand that the greatest success in life is not about what you accumulate, but about who you become. It's about character, it's about integrity, it's about faithfulness, it's about standing firm on your principles even when the whole world tells you to compromise. This is why so many fail. They chase after fleeting things and they miss the deeper purpose of life. They miss the truth that what matters most is not the accolades or the achievements, but the person you become in the process. The 2% understand that true success is found in the pursuit of what is noble, what is good, what is true. It is found in the commitment to live a life of integrity, even when no one is watching. It is found in the resolve to keep going when everyone else gives up. Do you understand this? Success is not about the temporary. It is not about fame or fortune. It is not about comfort or convenience. Success is about living a life that matters, and the 2% are the ones who understand this. They are the ones who live with purpose. They are the ones who are willing to sacrifice the temporary for the eternal. They are the ones who endure, who persevere, who press on when everyone else falls away. The 98% are those who are distracted by the things of this world. They are consumed by their desires, by their comforts, by their momentary pleasures. And when the trials come, when the storms rage, they crumble, but the 2% stand firm. They endure, they press on. And that is why they succeed. Let me ask you today, which group do you want to be in? Do you want to be in the 98% who give up, who live for the moment, who live for the comforts of this world? Or do you want to be in the 2% who are willing to sacrifice, who are willing to endure, who are willing to keep going when everyone else quits? Do you want to be in the 2% who understand that success is not about what you gain, but about who you become? Do you want to be in the 2% who live a life of integrity, a life of purpose, a life that matters? The choice is yours. You can either be swept along by the current, carried away by the distractions and desires of this world, or you can stand firm. You can make a decision today that you will not be moved. You will endure. You will sacrifice. You will press on no matter what comes. And you will find success not in the world's terms, but in the success that is eternal, that matters, that has meaning. Choose wisely, because the road to success is not easy, but it is worth it. And only those who are willing to pay the price will ever see it. The key difference between the 2% who succeed and the 98% who don't is their willingness to endure hardship, make sacrifices, and press on despite adversity. True success comes not from talent or luck, but from unwavering discipline, commitment, and refusal to quit when things get difficult. The 2% succeed because they understand that success is not about temporary gains or material wealth, but about becoming the person they are meant to be, living a life of integrity, purpose, and long-term vision. It's about pursuing what is noble and lasting and focusing on who you become in the process rather than seeking instant gratification. Success is not a matter of luck, nor is it a matter of chance. It is a matter of perseverance and sacrifice. This truth is often overlooked or misunderstood in a world that places great value on immediate results, instant gratification, and quick fixes. Yet the reality is this: to achieve lasting success, one must be willing to endure difficulties, make sacrifices, and keep moving forward even when the path is steep, when the world seems to be against you, and when you feel like giving up. It is easy to look at successful people, those who seem to have it all, and think that their achievements came easily. You might think that they were just born with some kind of innate ability, or that they stumbled upon success by chance. But the truth is far more complex. Behind every success story is a narrative of struggle, hardship, and the relentless pursuit of a goal that seemed out of reach. What separates the successful from the unsuccessful is not intelligence, skill, or opportunity, but their ability to persevere when circumstances demand it. Perseverance is a quality that is cultivated, not given. It is developed over time through experiences that test our strength and resolve. Every setback, every failure, and every obstacle presents an opportunity to grow in perseverance. Those who succeed are those who choose to stand firm in the face of adversity. They refuse to let setbacks define them. Instead, they view them as stepping stones, as lessons that help shape their character and their journey. They understand that failure is not final. It is simply a part of the process of success. The reality is that success rarely comes quickly or easily. For most people, the road to achieving anything meaningful is long, difficult, and filled with obstacles. It is often a lonely road where the only companion is the inner drive to push forward, to continue despite the doubts and discouragements. The 98% who fail never seem to understand this truth. They are driven by emotions and impulses, seeking instant rewards and shortcuts. They become discouraged at the first sign of difficulty, and they quit when the going gets tough. But those who succeed, those who make it to the top, are those who understand that the road will be rough. They accept the hardships, knowing that the reward on the other side is worth every ounce of effort. This is why perseverance is so critical to success. It is the ability to keep going when everything within you is telling you to stop. It is the strength to rise after each fall and to keep moving forward even when the future seems uncertain. It is about showing up day after day, putting in the work, and trusting that your efforts will eventually pay off. It is the determination to press on even when no one is watching and no one is applauding. In many ways, perseverance is what transforms dreams into reality. It is the fuel that drives you to keep going, even when you feel like you've reached your limit. The successful understand that success is not a straight line, and they are prepared for the challenges ahead. They embrace the struggle as an essential part of the process. They know that the path to success is never smooth, but they are willing to walk it anyway. Sacrifice, on the other hand, is the price you pay for success. It is the willingness to give up certain comforts, to delay gratification, and to make difficult choices that others may not be willing to make. The 98% of people who fail are often those who are unwilling to make the necessary sacrifices. They want the rewards without the work, the glory without the grind. But the 2% who succeed understand that success demands sacrifice. It demands that you let go of the things that are holding you back, that you put in the hours that others won't, and that you prioritize your goals above fleeting pleasures. Sacrifice is not easy. It is never comfortable. It means saying no to the things you want in the moment for the things you need in the long run. It means choosing discipline over convenience, hard work over rest, and the long-term benefit over the short-term pleasure. Success is not about what you gain in the moment, but about what you are willing to let go of in order to gain something greater in the future. This is the heart of sacrifice, the willingness to give up something good for something better. For many, the concept of sacrifice can seem daunting. The idea of letting go of things we enjoy, of making choices that are hard and uncomfortable, can be unsettling. It is easy to fall into the trap of thinking that we deserve to be comfortable, that we deserve the rewards without the effort. But the truth is that nothing worth having comes without a price. To achieve anything significant, we must be willing to make sacrifices, to give up our desires for the greater good, and to work diligently towards a goal that may seem out of reach at times. Consider the many successful people you admire. Take a moment to think about the sacrifices they made in order to get where they are. Whether it's the late nights spent owning their craft, the early mornings when they could have stayed in bed, or the relationships that were strained because they chose to prioritize their work, success requires sacrifice. These individuals did not just get lucky or stumble upon success, they earned it by making difficult choices every day. They sacrificed their time, their comfort, and sometimes even their peace of mind in pursuit of a goal. And because of that, they reached heights that most others will never know. Sacrifice can take many forms. It might mean saying no to social events or vacations so you can focus on building your career or pursuing your passion. It might mean working 2 jobs instead of 1, or waking up at 5 a.m. to study or practice while others are still sleeping. It might mean cutting out distractions, people, habits, or comforts that are holding you back from achieving your goals. Sacrifice might also mean enduring criticism, rejection, or failure, knowing that these are just temporary setbacks on the way to success. But perhaps the most profound form of sacrifice is the one that involves sacrifice of self. This means letting go of ego, pride, and self-centeredness. It means setting aside your own desires for the sake of a greater purpose, something that is not about you, but about the greater good, the bigger picture. The successful are often those who have learned the art of humility, who have learned that success is not just about personal gain, but about how you can contribute to the world around you. They have learned that true success is not just about reaching the top, but about how you use your success to serve others, to make a difference. and to leave a lasting legacy. This is the essence of sacrifice, giving up something good for something greater, something higher. It's about the long game, not the quick win. The successful understand this, and it is why they are willing to sacrifice so much in the short term for the rewards they will reap in the long term. They understand that every sacrifice they make, every moment they give up, is a step closer to their ultimate goal. And they are willing to pay that price because they know the value of the reward that awaits them. Perseverance and sacrifice are two sides of the same coin. You cannot have one without the other. The perseverance to keep going in the face of hardship is only possible if you are willing to sacrifice the things that are holding you back. And the sacrifices you make will only be worthwhile if you have the perseverance to see them through. They are the twin pillars of success, and both are required to achieve anything of lasting value. The truth is, no one can achieve success without going through the fire. No one can reach the top without enduring the struggle. And no one can reap the rewards without making sacrifices along the way. It is through perseverance that we discover our true strength. It is through sacrifice that we demonstrate our commitment to our goals. Together, they form the foundation of success. So, if you are serious about achieving anything meaningful in life, you must be prepared to persevere when things get tough. You must be willing to make sacrifices to give up the easy path in favor of the one that will take you to your highest potential. And you must understand that success is not an event, but a journey that requires unwavering perseverance and a willingness to make the necessary sacrifices along the way. True success is not about what you accumulate or how high you rise. It is not about fame, wealth, or power, nor is it measured by the accolades you collect or the recognition you receive. True success is rooted deeply in who you are, the character you build, and the purpose you pursue. It is about becoming the person you are meant to be, living a life that has meaning beyond mere achievements, and understanding that success is not defined by external circumstances, but by internal integrity. We live in a world that constantly defines success in terms of external achievements, how much money you make, the job title you hold, the things you own, the followers you have, or the fame you garner. Society tells us that success is all about what we can get from the world, and while these things might bring temporary satisfaction, they don't define who we are or bring lasting fulfillment. True success is about living with purpose, with a sense of meaning that transcends superficial rewards. It is about having character that withstands the pressures and temptations of the world, and a purpose that aligns with something greater than personal gain. Character is the foundation of true success. Character is who you are when no one is watching, when the spotlight is off, when the applause has stopped. It's the values you hold to, the integrity you uphold, the honesty you maintain, and the respect you show to others. True success is never built on shortcuts, deceit, or taking advantage of others for personal gain. It is built on the decisions you make day after day, based on who you choose to be in your innermost being, regardless of the external circumstances. You see, character is what remains when everything else is stripped away. It's the bedrock on which true success stands. A person of good character does what is right even when it is difficult. They act with honesty and integrity, not for reward or recognition, but because it is the right thing to do. They don't compromise their principles when faced with a tempting shortcut, and they don't bend their values when the winds of culture blow against them. Character is about doing what is right even when no one is looking and when there is nothing to gain from it. It's about maintaining your integrity in a world that often rewards dishonesty, and staying true to your word when everyone around you is willing to break theirs. Character is about consistency, being the same person in every circumstance, not just when it's convenient or when there's something to gain. This is why so many people fail to achieve true success. They are so focused on the outward signs of success, the title, the recognition, the wealth, that they neglect to build the kind of character that supports it. They may climb the ladder of success, but if their character is not rooted in honesty, humility, and integrity, they will eventually fall. The pursuit of success without character leads to emptiness, because you can gain the whole world and still lose your soul. True success is not found in what you acquire or how far you climb, but in how you live your life, how you treat others, and the values you embody. Purpose, too, is an essential element of true success. Without purpose, life can feel hollow, even if you achieve great things. Purpose is what drives us, what gives us direction, and what motivates us to keep going when the going gets tough. It is the sense that we are part of something bigger than ourselves, that our lives have meaning beyond our own desires. People who live without purpose often find themselves chasing after empty pursuits, trying to fill the void with material possessions, status, or achievements. But none of these things can provide lasting fulfillment because they are ultimately fleeting. True success is about living with a clear sense of purpose. It is about waking up every day knowing that what you are doing has meaning, that you are contributing to something bigger than yourself, that your actions align with your values, and that your life is part of a greater narrative. People with purpose are driven by something deeper than external rewards. They are motivated by a calling, a conviction, or a desire to make a difference. Their success is measured by how well they fulfill that purpose, not by how many accolades they collect. Living with purpose requires focus and discipline. It means saying no to distractions that steer you away from your mission and committing to what matters most. It means recognizing that life is short and that every moment counts. People who live with purpose don't waste their time on things that won't matter in the long run. They invest in what is truly important, whether that's their relationships, their work, their faith, or their contribution to the world. They have a vision of where they want to go and a plan for how to get there. They understand that purpose requires sacrifice, and they are willing to make those sacrifices because they know the reward will be far greater than the cost. But purpose is not just about personal achievement or personal gain. It's about contributing to something larger than yourself, whether that's helping others, making the world a better place, or leaving a legacy that outlasts you. The most successful people in the world are those who understand that success is not just about themselves. It's about the impact they can have on the world around them. True success is found in serving others and living for something beyond your own comfort or satisfaction. When your purpose aligns with helping others or contributing to a greater good, your success is measured not by what you get, but by what you give. A life of purpose is not without hardship. The road to true success is often long, difficult, and filled with setbacks. There will be moments when you question whether it's all worth it. There will be times when you face obstacles, doubt yourself, and feel like giving up. But purpose is what keeps you going. It's what drives you when things get tough, what reminds you why you started in the first place. People who live with purpose don't let obstacles stop them. They view challenges as opportunities to grow, as part of the process of fulfilling their greater mission. Purpose gives you the strength to endure, the determination to keep going even when the road is hard. Without purpose, you can achieve great things in the eyes of the world and still feel empty. You may climb to the top of your career, earn wealth, or gain fame, but if your life has no deeper meaning, you will find that success doesn't bring fulfillment. The emptiness will remain no matter how much you gain. True success is about living a life that is aligned with your core values, your calling, and your faith. It is about knowing that your life matters and that you are making a difference in the world, even if that difference is not always immediately visible. Purpose gives you perspective. It helps you keep the challenges of life in the right context. When you live with purpose, setbacks are not failures, they are part of the journey. You know that the bumps in the road do not define you, and they do not diminish your ultimate goal. Purpose allows you to see beyond the immediate difficulties to the long-term rewards. It helps you keep your eyes fixed on the bigger picture. People without purpose are easily discouraged, easily distracted by the temporary things of this world. But those who have purpose keep pressing forward because they know what they are working toward. Character and purpose are inseparable. One without the other leads to imbalance and ultimately to failure. You cannot have true success without character, because without character, all your achievements will be hollow. If your character is weak, your success will be built on sand and it will not stand. Likewise, purpose without character leads to manipulation, exploitation, and selfish ambition. If your purpose is noble but your character is flawed, you will ultimately undermine your own mission and harm others in the process. True success requires both strong character and a deep sense of purpose. Together, they create a life that is fulfilling, meaningful, and truly successful. In the end, true success is not defined by what you accumulate or how high you rise. It is defined by who you become. It is about the person you are inside, the character you build, and the purpose you live for. When your character is strong, when your purpose is clear, when you are focused on the bigger picture, you will find success not in the worldly sense of fame and wealth, but in the deep satisfaction that comes from living a life that truly matters.